Thanks so much. First alert about the Green Bay Public Market. We are just learning the market will not open this year. This comes after another delay in the project.
Yeah, as we first reported, On Broadway, the nonprofit that owns and manages the building, had planned on opening in time for the 2025 NFL Draft, and that date was pushed to spring of 2025 at the groundbreaking in October. Emily Byer joining us live now in Green Bay with this new projected opening date and what's behind the delay, Emily.
Yeah, good morning, Tammy and Emerson. On Broadway, expecting the Green Bay Public Market to open sometime next year. The delay, they tell us, is due to increased costs and product and material delays due to construction. Since that groundbreaking, they've done some selective demolition inside the building. On Broadway is also in the middle of a capital campaign to fund the public market. This is a more than $12 million project that is expected to attract more than 1 million visitors to downtown Green Bay each year once completed. The Vice President of Operations telling us this is a complex project. Being a nonprofit, they can't just go to a bank or pull funds from investors to cover the increased costs. They continue to focus on their fundraising and working the best they can around the delays.
When you have delays like that and continued construction delays for timing, whether that be for ordering the materials or having the value engineering process take a lot longer, getting the quotes in for the project, it just all adds up to unfortunate delays.
And now next time you see me, we'll talk a little bit more about that funding process as well as the construction process. Tammy and Emerson.